Good afternoon, Valerie.
Hey, Will, how are you doing?
Oh man, this has been a fantastic year. I've totally enjoyed being president while you serving as executive director of GSBA. We've had a great conference so far. This morning has been, meaningful, impactful, life-changing. We talked about equity. We had a true conversation about race.
We did.
And you know what? It means the world to these kids, for us as adults, to get through those barriers. So
Well,
this
Will,
morning's
let me
been
just
great.
say this. Thank you for your leadership this year. You have been an amazing president for this association, and I will always remember you as my first. So thank you so much.
Thank
you have
you.
been amazing. What I want to say to you that conversation that we had this morning was a conversation that has to have begun.
Amen.
And we have started that conversation. I said it earlier today. The very lives of our children depend upon this conversation because we won't get it right if we don't have these conversations. So I'm glad that the body, the membership, GSBA members were willing to engage in a courageous conversation on race. There's nothing more important that we could be doing at this very moment.
I'm telling you, between what Jay White said to start us off, the choir this morning just was beautiful, and then to hear from Miranda Beard, NSBA's past president.
Oh, wow.
You talk about getting that place fired up. It was lit. I had a blast.
That was great.
And then we really had a very honest and true conversation with Glenn Singleton. It was perfect. So that was the morning. We had a good lunch.
We had a great lunch.
Let's tell them about what's next.
Well, I'm excited about this afternoon. This
fun.
afternoon, we are going to have a panel discussion with Dr. Jean Bottoms, who's formerly with the Department of Education, is now with SRED. We're also going to have Karen Chenoweth, who is on the national level from Ed Trust, that's going to come and talk with us. And finally, Dr. Will Rombaugh from the Department of Education. And we're going to talk about true school transformation and what their leadership's role is in that. We can't get into the classrooms and do the work, but there's a vital role for leadership. There's a vital role for our membership, our governance teams to play in ensuring that our children are being successful. And that's what we're going to talk about this evening.
It's going to be a great
this afternoon.
discussion.
How do we transform schools? What are the things that we need to do? What are the best practices that's out there to make this happen?
That's right. And how do we as board members work with our superintendents in a cohesive way to move the district for student achievement? That's what it's all about.
And it starts with the culture. It starts at the top. If we set the tone and the culture, if we provide the leadership that we need to provide, our children in Georgia could be anything that they want to be.
I'm telling you, we've had great examples
Yes,
all
we
day.
have.
And we've got delegate assembly as well. That's going to be fantastic too. It's where we get to set the stage and direct policy at the state level and tell that group. And I'm proud of that effort this year.
Absolutely.
We as a team, our executive board, you and Angela, the whole GSBA staff, we were not just in the conversation, we were at the beginning of the conversation with GSBA and the state legislature. So delegate assembly is an extremely important thing. We're going to have some fun tonight. We'll just leave that alone. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to have another great speaker.
Yes.
I'll wrap up my year and then pass the torch to Tom, and you tell him about tomorrow's keynote.
Tomorrow's keynote is another amazing person. He's a superintendent out of Miami-Dade County. His name is Alberto Cavallo.
Yeah.
I heard him a couple of months ago. He was amazing. He has led the transformation of Miami-Dade schools.
That's right.
One of the largest school systems in our country. He's a former superintendent of the year. He's done the hard work. We're going to hear about transformation today. We're going to hear it in practice tomorrow.
That's right.
It's an exciting day. And then what's going to happen, Will?
I'm going to pass that baton to Tom Odom from Oconee County. Tom, we're proud of you. You're going to take this organization to the next level with Valarie and the team. I tell you what, GSBA, board members around the state, superintendents, thank you for making this one of the best conferences ever.
Thank you.